All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Support, and I just want to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us today. If this is your first time hanging out with us and watching Zenfolio Live, just say hi to us and let us know in the chat. If you're a return time viewer, just say hi to us and let us know you're here hanging out with us again. Today what we're going to be talking about is how to create a pre-filled shopping cart and send it to your clients or share it with your clients. So there's been a couple situations that I've personally been in where this has come in really handy, and I'm sure there's a lot of other ways that you can use it. One time in particular, I had just finished up a senior shoot, a senior portrait session, and the particular client that I was working with, their grandmother wanted to purchase some photos, but she wasn't really that comfortable on the computer and was having a hard time going in and selecting her photos just because she wasn't really computer savvy. And so what I did was I actually created a pre-filled cart for her based on what she told me on the phone, and then I sent it to her. That way she was just able to go in there and purchase it and not have to go through the selection process. So what I want to do is I want to run you guys through that process and then show you how it works. And then after that, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take some of your questions. So if you guys have got questions, go ahead and get those in the chat as well. But let's start off by creating this. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go to a gallery. So I'm just going to go right here to this gallery right here. And I'm going to click down here and find a client's gallery that I want to work out of. So I'm going to go down here to this client's gallery, and let's just work out of the Smith gallery right here. It's got a price list on it. Let me just change this price list really quick so I can make sure it's got a nice, decent price list on it. What does this have? So this has got a couple of different things in there. So I'm just going to use that main price list right there and click Save. If you want to know how to change price lists on individual galleries, that's how you do it right there. You just click on the gallery over on the left hand side over here in your organizer, scroll over under your toolbox here, and you can click on pricing, and then you can just go through and choose which price list you want to use right there. Now that we've got a better price list applied to that, the one thing I do want to point out is if you guys plan on doing this and sharing it out with your clients, you're gonna want to make sure that you do it through the client view, and you're gonna want to make sure that you're using visitor pricing. Otherwise, when you send this link to your clients, then then they are going to see your pricing if you do it through your account. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hover over preview right here and go ahead and just open this in a new tab. Let me just click on that here. So now what I want to do is just make a quick shopping cart, just something that I can share out with my clients. So let me go ahead and click buy here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's actually do this rather than doing this in the same browser. What I would recommend you guys do is go down to sharing and client access down here on the bottom and just copy this link right here. And then what I would do is I would actually open up a different browser. So let me open up Firefox really quick. So I'm going to open up Firefox, and the reason I'm doing this is because I just want to be sure that I am doing this through visitor pricing. So let me make sure that I'm doing this through visitor pricing here, and you can see right here, let me drag this over here. So here's my Firefox window here, and if I bring it down, you can see there's no gray bar up top saying that I'm logged in, whereas in this account right here in my Google Chrome browser, it shows that black onyx. That means that I'm logged in as the photographer. So the important thing here, guys, is that you're doing this through visitor pricing because you don't want to share your cost pricing with your clients. So we've got this opened up right here. And what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to make a cart. So I'm going to go to buy, and I'm just going to say, let's select this one and this one, hit buy selected. And then what I want to do is just add a couple of products. So let's add this there to the cart. And then let's just add this to the cart as well. And we're just going to add in those two photos and add those to the cart. Okay, so now that I've got this cart created up top here, what I want to do is just hover over this cart, hit view cart right here, and then up at the top, it's right here. Now your clients have this as well, so they can share their carts as well. But up at the top, after you view your cart, there's a link right here that says share cart. you can click on that, and this little thing will come up right here, and it will say, who do you want to share your cart with? Do you want to send it to the photographer, which is us? We don't want to send it to ourselves. The whole point is we're making this so that we can share it with the client. Or you can say send to a friend. So you can say, okay, let me share this cart with a friend and enter their email address here. So what I'm going to do is pull this over really quick. All right, let me just see. What I'll do is just enter an email address here really quick. So I'm just going to send this to support@zenfolio.com. Robert test@test.com. And then I'm going to hit share cart, and that's going to send that link to the client. So let me go ahead and get this link sent, and then I'll pull this up for you guys so you guys can see what it does. All right, so now let me get that email pulled up, and let's see if I can show this to you guys here. Actually, what I'll do is I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this. All right. So basically it sends you an email like this right here. You get an email that just says, hello, a shopping cart was shared with you. If you put a message in there, that message will show up here, and then you click on that link, and that will allow your clients to open that cart. So when they open that, link, it's going to go to a page that looks like this right here. It's going to go to a page that looks just like this, where all they have to do is click proceed to checkout, and that pre-filled cart is right there. Everything's already selected for them. They just click proceed to checkout and then go ahead and pay using whatever payment options they want. So again, this has come in handy for me a couple of times when I had a client who just was not that tech savvy. Or maybe you want to build a book for your client using the MPix or Miller's the book options, and you want to build it for them, but so they don't have to build it, and then you want to send them the link to where they can purchase it. Again, the most important part to this, guys, is that you guys make sure that you do it with visitor pricing. You want to make sure that you're not doing this using your pricing. So in other words, don't go in your account right here and then go to a gallery like this and click on an item and hit buy, because that's going to be at your pricing. So you want to get that gallery opened up in a browser that you're not logged into, so you're using visitor pricing, and that way when you send them that link, it will be at their pricing and not yours. So anyway, guys, I hope that's helpful. It's definitely saved me a couple of times and made things a lot easier. Let me jump over and say hi in the chat here really quick. All right, so we've got Rosalind Kinlaw. She says, hi all. Hey, Rosalind, thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying it so far. If you have any questions or anything I can help you with your Zenfolio account, definitely please let me know. Anybody else that's watching, if you guys have any questions, make sure you get those in the chat so I can make sure to get those answered for you. What I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to go ahead and jump over and take a couple of email questions really quick. All right, so let me jump over to my email real quick. All right, the first question I've got here says, I'm in the U.S., but every time I create a price list, my default currency is Canadian dollars. Why is that? So I think what's happening here is it sounds like you are going into selling right here, and then every time you go here to click like add a blank price list, even though you're in the US, you're seeing Canadian dollars here instead of US dollars here. What's happening is there's probably one of two things that's happening. We've come across this a couple of times where there's certain internet service providers. That change your ISP, so it looks like you're visiting the website from a different country. There's different internet service providers that do something to your IP address, and for some reason our system reads it as you're coming from Canada or something like that. I think it was Frontier Communications that had this happen, and we've had a lot of issues with that. Another thing that also could be doing this is if you go into settings and you go to account, and I think it's in personal information here. Let me see if that's the right place. Yeah, so in the settings and account and personal information right here, you want to check and make sure you have the correct country selected here as well. That could also be messing with the defaults in your account and making the Canadian dollar show up. So again, this is if you have the correct country selected in settings, account, personal information, if you have the correct country selected there, then probably what's going on is your ISP or your internet service provider is changing your IP address or doing something, bouncing your IP address or something, so that it looks like you're coming or visiting from a different country. And that's if that's set here correctly, then probably what I would do would be contact them and see if there's something that they can do to fix that for you. All right, let me go back to my dashboard really quick here. Home phone says, yay, Cheryl's back. Yes, Cheryl's back with me, guys. So sometimes we have the wonderful Kayla moderating for us, and then other times we have the wonderful Cheryl here on moderating duty for us. So today we've got Cheryl. It's good to have Cheryl back, and it's good to have Home Phone hanging out with us as always. Roxanne says hello from Halton Hills, Ontario, Canada. So always glad to have you hanging out with us, Roxanne. I know you've been with us for a couple of weeks now, and it's good that you keep coming back. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. What is my next email question here really quick? So the next question I've got here is, do I address everything in the chat? Let's see, make sure I caught up on all the chat. Yep, on all the chat. All right. The next question I've got is from Tisha. So this question came in from my Google's Doc. So for those of you who are viewing the recorded version of this and you're not able to join us on the live stream, if you look in the description of the video that you're watching right now, there's actually a link where you can click and submit questions for next week, and that's where I get all these questions that I'm answering. But there's a link down there for you guys to use that are just watching the recorded version of this and not able to join us on the live stream. This question is from Tisha. She says, when will updates be made to the new shopping experience that will make it more user-friendly for customers? Never had a complaint with the online ordering until this went live. I know I'm not alone here. Tisha, first of all, thanks for the feedback. You know, we communicated that this change was coming for, I think, just about a year. I think we started communicating, sending out emails. If you guys remember, up in the Zen bar up here up top, there was a little location there where you could click and opt into testing out the new shopping experience. We try to get as many people to test it out, give us feedback, because we're trying to use best industry practices for e-commerce sites, as well as photographers' feedback, and try to improve the shopping experience for your clients. And so that's what the new shopping experience is all about, is trying to provide you guys and your clients with a better shopping experience. And a lot of it was created based on feedback that we got directly from photographers. So we're constantly looking for ways to improve it. And if you have any feedback or any specific features or anything that you would like to see implemented, definitely shoot us an email and let us know. You can reach out to us at zenfolio.com/contact and send us your feedback on the new shopping experience there. All right, let me grab another email question really quick. All right, this question says, I'm selling my own handmade albums as a self-fulfilled product. Can I use an image of it in the price list? So we do allow the upload of images for self-fulfilled products, both large and small ones. The images are shown in the products page, and the drop-down menu for the item will show the image, but there aren't any of those images actually displayed in the quick shop page or on the shop home panel. So let me go here really quick. Let's see. If I just go to, let me just go to a gallery really quick. Actually, let's see. Let me go to a gallery. I'll go to this Smith gallery really quick, and we can just open this up, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. I don't have any self-fulfilled products that actually have custom items in it, but if you're selling self-fulfilled products and you've actually uploaded some of those preview images, then they won't show up in the quick shop, which is right here. They won't show up here. Or if you go to, this one doesn't have it on there. Let me see. Or if you go to the shop home, let's see. Let me get to the shop home. I think I have all these configured to not show the shop home. So let me change it really quick. If you guys are looking for a way to change your shopping page configuration, this is how you can change your shopping page configuration. So if you're looking for a way to use quick shop only, or maybe you want to just use the shop home only, if you open a gallery up in customize view, you can go to options right here. And then there is a little, let me get myself out of the way here. There's a tab, if you scroll down, called shopping setup right here. And you can choose which shopping pages you want to use. So if you want to use quick shop and shop pages, you can. If you want it to be quick shop only, you can do it there. Or if you want it to be shop pages only, you can set that up there. So it looks like I have this set up to use both pages. So I think I need to change the price list on this gallery is what I need to do. So let me change that price list really quick. So what I'm going to do is just click on that. Let me go down here, make sure that all of these are using the same price list. Alright, so we're going to same as containing gallery right here, and then we're going to hit that save. And so now all of these are going to be using that main price list. So now if I go here, I should be able to get you guys into the shop home. Alright, so we're going here, and what we're going to do is I just want to show you what the shop home looks like. If I go to click on a product right here, a photo, we go right here to the quick shop, and we scroll down to the very bottom. There should be a see all products button down here. Well, it's not there because I guess I have everything there. Let me just go back. Hit buy. Not buy. I don't have this select products button showing. That's my fault. Alright guys, let me fix this really quick. What I need to do is I need to make sure that I have the select products button shown. I was doing some stuff with this gallery earlier. And I set that right there to hide, and I haven't published it yet. So let me publish that here. And now we'll be able to get there. So now if I go to select photos, select a couple of these, hit buy right here. Go to select products. It's going to take me to the shop home. I can click use visitor pricing, and then it's going to take me to my shop home. Now, none of those preview images for self-fulfilled products are going to show up here at all. Where they're going to show up is if you'll have whatever product category that you have them in. If you click in that product category, then they're going to show up in this little drop down here. So they're going to show up right here. So that's where your product preview images would show up there. So anyway, I hope that helps. Let me go ahead and get back to my dashboard here really quick. Let me just close that out. Get back to my dashboard and take a question from the chat really quick. So John McCormick says, "Hey Robert, I'm having a problem with selling vivid metals through QuickShop feature products. Folks are adding them to the cart and purchasing them, not knowing that they need to add a float mount." I think with that, John, what you probably want to do is probably put them together as a package. So let me show you really quick, John. If you go to selling, and I won't be able to show you exactly how to do it, but because I don't think I have that product enabled in here. But if you go to selling and you go to packages, and then you go to add new package right here, what you can do is you can actually put the float mount and stuff together into a package. So I'm just going to do Vivid Metal right here. Let me see. Let me rename it really quick. Vivid Metal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go add product right here. And then for this, I'm just going to do a print. Well, let's see. Can I do it? I think, are those? Yeah, I don't have it because of the currency. All right, let me go to add product, and I'm going to do prints really quick, and then just choose a large print. But then, John, what you're going to want to do is the second step to this is add the mounting to it. So now if I come down here, I can actually go to the frame and mount option, John, and this is where you should be able to choose that mounting option or whatever that's needed, that float mount option, and include it in here. So I'm just going to include this in the frame right here. Go ahead and set up the options that I want, and then click apply right here. And then now if I save this, set the pricing first and save this, then what I could do is I could pull that vivid metal off of the price list and replace it with this package that would have the print and the vivid metal and the mounting bracket included together. So now if I go to next right here, I would just go put that on a price list. So I'm going to go to selling, price list right here. And then let me just do it on this main price list right here. All right, so now I would just go right here and say add products, go to packages right there, and then there's that package there. Hit add selected product, and then you want to make sure that you've got that included in your quick shop price list right here as well. So let me just add that really quick. So right here, I'm just going to add that. And then I'm just going to move that all the way up to the top really quick right here. Might take me a minute because there's like 100 products in here that I've added. There we go. Got it all the way up to the top, and now I'm just going to scroll down and save this price list. And so now if I go to that gallery and I order that, it's going to have those pre-configured mounting options in it as well, John. So you don't have to worry about people trying to figure out how to add it in later. So let me go to the photos page, and we will just go to, what gallery did I put that? I think I put that in the main price list gallery. All right, so we're going to go there really quick, and then let me just open that up, and then when we go to Quick Shop, we should see that up on top there. So let me see. All right, so there's that right there. And if I click this, it's going to add it to my cart. And now if I go view cart right here, there is that right there. And as you can see right here, bronze ornate frame, non-glare glass. So basically, that is something that we're looking at. That's something that we're looking at correcting. But for the time being, what you can do is put them together in a package so that you can make sure that doesn't happen to your clients until that gets fixed. What I'm hearing is that if they go through the shop home or product page, it actually does work. It's just not working through the Quick Shop right now. But I would personally, if it was me, I would still go ahead and build that package together so that you prevent that issue from happening to anybody, because chances are they're going to be shopping through the Quick Shop list anyway. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick. And John, if you need me to clarify that process or go back through it, I'd be more than happy to go back through it. I know I kind of sprinted through it a little fast, but that is definitely what I would do until that issue is resolved. All right, let's see. So let me take another question here really quick from email. Let me see. I have 3 price lists, one for euros, one for pounds sterling, and one for dollars. How do I apply all 3 to my galleries so people can buy in all 3 countries? Awesome, John. I'm glad that is going to help you out. I would definitely do the package route until it gets corrected. Okay, so back to the email question here. I have 3 price lists, one for euros, one for pound sterling, and one's for US dollars. How do I apply all 3 of these together so my clients can buy in all 3 currencies? So basically what you're going to do is, instead of making different price lists for different currencies, you're going to create one price list with multiple currencies in it. So let me just walk you through the process here. What we're going to do is going to go up to selling, go to price list right here. I'm just going to start with a blank one, and I'll call this one global. And then let me just show you the process of actually adding currency to the price list. So we're going to go, first let me add some products here for US dollars. So I'm just going to add some, actually let me get back here. I'm going to add some prints from MPix really quick. We'll do a 4x5, a 4x6, and a 5x7. So I'm going to add those. And then now what we want to do is, after those products are added, let's add another currency. So I'm going to add euros in here. So there is euros right there. And then now I'm just going to click on euros, let this reload, and then we're going to add some products in the euro currency. So we're going to click add products right here. As soon as this is done, let's see, is that done? No, let me go back here. All right, so now we're on euros. Now we're going to go add products right here. And I'm going to go choose a vendor for the euro price list. So I'm going to use OVI. I'm just going to go to prints right here and add some prints really quick. And so now we've got some prints that are sold in the euro currency, some prints that are sold in the US dollar currency. And then if we want to add pound sterling, you go back to the currency button right here and then go down to pound sterling, and you can add that one on there as well. Then you just need to click on that currency and add some products for that currency as well. So instead of having 3 separate price lists, you'll need to have one price list with all of the currencies that you want to offer products through, all in that same price list. So now let me go add products really quick. And then let's say we want to do this through Zenfolio Europe right here. And we'll just add some prints. Right there. So now all of that, all three currencies have products that are added. Then we just save this price list, and then you can go assign it to whatever galleries you want. So there's no way to have 3 different price lists all be assigned to one gallery. You'll need to take those 3 different currencies and bring them together on a single price list, add products for each currency, and then just assign that price list to your gallery. So if I go to photos, then we can go on the Peru gallery right here, and I can say, okay, let's put that global price list on this Peru gallery here. So global and save. So now anybody that visits that gallery can purchase products in US dollars, euros, or pound sterling. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. And let me grab another email question right here. If I'm using the client access page and client access code, how do I invite or direct my clients to their galleries? So if you're using the built-in Zenfolio client access page, then there's a little bit of a process you need to go through to make sure that you have it set up correctly. So let's go ahead and go through that really quick. So what I'm going to do is just go to first, we're going to create a gallery ID. This is what clients use, and they enter this into their the client access page to actually go to their gallery. So if I go to Peru right here, and what I'm going to do is come down to the toolbox right here, go to sharing and client access, and this is where we're going to create the gallery ID for this specific gallery right here. So I'm going to say, okay, let's make this gallery ID Peru 2017. If this was a client gallery, obviously I would probably have it locked by a password, and I would probably make the gallery ID a little bit harder to figure out than just Peru 2017. But just so I can show you guys how this works, I wanted to make it simple. So we're going to hit save at the bottom. So now we've created that gallery ID for that. So now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you have the gallery or client access page on your site menu. So we're going to go to customize website. And we're just going to add that client access page to the site menu up here. So I'm going to go over to my site menu on the left, hit add new, say client access, hit enter, and then I'm going to link it to a built-in or custom page. Go right here, select the client access page, and hit update. And now this is going to refresh, and then let me publish this, and I'll show you guys how this works. So now what you would do is if you were talking on the phone with your client, or if you were going to shoot them an email, basically you would just say, to access your gallery, just go to my website, click on the client access tab, and then enter your gallery ID, which you would either tell them on the phone or tell them via email or Facebook Messenger, however you're communicating with your clients. And they would just go right here and they would enter their gallery ID. and it's going to take them right to their gallery. Now, if you have a password on, it would ask them for their password before they would actually see their images. But that's how that would work right there. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. So I'm just going to click welcome at the top. If you guys are ever here and you're wondering how do I get back to my dashboard really quickly, if you click welcome, it takes you right back to your dashboard. All right, so Roxanne says, by changing the currency, does that send it to a pro lab in that country to avoid duties? So when you add currencies to your price list, Roxanne, it's going to go to the lab that you choose. So let me go back to that price list really quick. So if I go back to selling and price list, and then we're going to click on that global list right here. And then if I'm in US dollars and I click add products and I go right here, you're going to notice that there's some vendors here that you see that you didn't see on the other currencies. That's because certain vendors will only accept certain currencies and only ship to certain locations. So I believe we have a help article or a guide on which labs will ship where and accept what currencies. So if I could get Cheryl to throw that in the chat, that would definitely be helpful as well. But what you'll see is now if I go back and I choose euros instead of US dollars, when I click add products and I go to see the vendors, there's going to be different vendors there. So if I go add products now and I say show, now you can see Zenfolio, Photo Float, OVI, One Vision Image, Zenfolio Europe. These are different vendors that weren't there before. So that is how that works, Roxanne, is you go in and you actually pick the vendor. And there's definitely a list that we can get for you to show you which ones will be available for you. Same thing with pound sterling as well. So if you click on that, go right here. If I go here, I think these are probably going to be the same as the euro, but I'm not 100% sure. I also think this information's in your account too. I think if you go up to selling right here and you go to products from integrated vendors, you should be able to click on each one of these vendors here and see where exactly they'll ship and I think what currencies they take. Let me double check and see really quick. So if I click on One Vision Image right here. Sorry, my internet's being slow today, guys. I don't know what's going on. Let me try the good old shift refresh and see if that speeds things up a little bit. All right, let me click on OVI here. Actually, Roxanne, there's two Picto labs. I think there's one for Canada and one for France. Yeah, so here's that information here. So if you go into selling and then you click on products from integrated vendors, you can look at these and it'll tell you here. So this one is located in the UK, and it should tell you the currencies they accept and where they'll ship to somewhere in here. Let's see if I can find that really quick. Information should be in here somewhere. Let me see. I think it was up here. I'm just not reading it. Okay, so right here it tells you who it's available for and where it will ship. And there is that article that Cheryl was talking about. So you can definitely check that article out as well, Roxanne, and that will kind of tell you who ships where and accepts what currencies. Yeah, let me open that up. Yes, so let's see. So Picto with a K is for Canada, and they accept Canadian dollars. Yeah, there's all that information right there in that article. Perfect. All right, awesome. All right, great question, Roxanne. Hopefully that was helpful to you and kind of showed you how that situation works and how you can change the pricing and all that stuff. All right, let me jump over to another question really quick. Let's see. If I have two sites and I've customized a theme in one, can I transfer it to another? Absolutely. So if you have two Zenfolio accounts and you have spent some time customizing a theme for a specific account, you can actually export the theme, and you should be able to import it into your other site. So you're not going to be able to export your entire website, but you should be able to export your theme and then import it. So let me kind of show you how that works really quick. If I hover over my Zenfolio and I go to customize website, we're going to go ahead and just go visit Theme Designer really quick. Well, I say really quick. Those of you guys who watch, you know, we work in Theme Designer in two different tabs because it's a little slow to open, and I don't like spending the time going back and forth. So what I'm going to do is right click on Theme Designer, hit open in a new tab, go to that new tab really quick and get this thing opening up in Theme Designer. So let me go right here. And so now what I'm going to have is and I think I can do it right from here. Yeah. So I don't even have to open it up in Theme Designer actually. So in Theme Designer, let's say you've been working on this theme for this specific website, and you've got another account and you want to apply this theme, but you don't want to have to go through all the process of customizing that theme. In Theme Designer, what you can do is just click on Themes. I'm sorry, this is not Theme Designer, this is Customize View. In Customize View, what you can do is click on Themes, and then you can select that theme that you customize. So let's say I customize this one and I want to export it, and I can go to Export right here, and we can actually export that theme. So let's say I want to do it like this. So I'm exporting that theme to my desktop. And then now let's say I log out of this account. I go and I log into my other account, and now I'm ready to import it. All I have to do is go back up to Themes, go to More right here, click Import, and then locate that file that I exported. So I think it went here. Right here's that theme. Hit Open, Import, and now it's going to import that theme right here. So now I don't have to spend all that time on my second account going through and customizing that theme again. And then I can just click on it and hit Apply. So if you have two accounts, that's really useful. It's going to save you a lot of time designing and working in that second account if you've opened up a second account. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick. So I'll hit back to dashboard, close this thing out right there. And then let me jump over here and grab another email question really quick. All right. The next question I got says, is it pretty normal to not sell items from your portfolio and only offer purchasing from your client galleries? If so, how do I turn off selling in my portfolio galleries? So to answer the question, is it normal? Probably. I mean, for me, I think that it depends on the portfolio gallery. So I shoot a lot of different things. My favorite thing to shoot is abandoned and urban exploration things, like abandoned houses here in North Carolina and things like that. And I have selling enabled in that gallery. But then for like my portrait portfolio and stuff like that, I would say it's probably not a good idea to sell your portfolio images of other people, and I don't know if who would want to buy those. I mean, I'm not saying nobody would. I'm just saying I would probably have the selling turned off. So all you need to do is remove the price list from them if you don't want to have it selling. So if I go to my portfolio right here, let's say I do want to sell from this landscape gallery here. So I'm going to click on that gallery, make sure it has a price list on it, but I don't want to sell through my engagements portfolio gallery. So I'll just click on that one right there, go down to pricing, and then make sure that it says no products for sale or the pricing has been disabled. If it has a price list, you can just click on it right here and say do not allow print ordering. And that will disable selling in that portfolio gallery. Again, as far as the question of if it's normal, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. Me personally, I don't want to have these images for sale. They're just for people to view and see my work. Whereas the landscape photos, that's a completely different thing. It's more of falls into the fine art side of things, and I do want to sell those. Okay, let me get back here to my dashboard really quick. And what I'm going to do is take another email question really quick here. This question says, ideally, I would like to set an expiration date for downloading a gallery. Is that possible? So there's a couple of different ways you could do this. There's not a way to directly set up downloading for only a limited time in a gallery without doing a couple of different things. The first and the most easiest route to take would be to just set up a gallery to expire. So if you're allowing your clients, let's say you included your downloading fee, or you included a download fee in your session fee that you charge your clients, and you told them they could have, a 2-month online gallery with free downloading. And after that, you kind of want it to go away. What you could do is set up that gallery to expire. So if you click on the gallery over on the left, you just go over to gallery access right here, and then you can say choose expiration, and you can say, okay, let's expire this gallery at the end of at the beginning of October right there. And you can actually save that and continue and schedule a reminder email. So you can actually schedule a reminder email to be sent to your clients that will remind them, hey, this gallery is going to expire on this day. Make sure you get your orders in, or make sure you download your photos. So that's one way you can set this up. Basically what happens is on that date, this gallery goes from being a public or a password protected gallery to being private. So it doesn't delete the photos from your account. It just makes it to where nobody but you can access them. And that's how expiring galleries work. So if I save this, you can see right here, it's going to show a little hourglass right there next to that gallery, just letting me know that it's an expiring gallery. And then when your clients visit this gallery, they're going to see a little pop-up at the bottom down here also letting them know that it's expiring. Here, let me switch this over. So they're going to see this pop-up right here that will remind them that that gallery is going to expire. And then when the gallery expires, they won't be able to download their photos anymore. So that would be one way, and probably the easiest way to set that up. The other way would be to turn off the downloading option. So if you go to gallery access, if you had free downloading turned on right here, what you could do is set this to do not allow downloading. And then this is personally the way that I would set this up if I was doing this. Then what I'm going to do is just put a price list on here that's downloading only. So I'm going to go to digital right here and hit save. And then what I would do is I would create a coupon that gives these clients free downloading, but the coupon expires. So if they don't get their downloads in that amount of time, then they can go back into the gallery and still purchase the downloads if they want. But this way, basically what it is you're giving them downloads, free downloads that expire because the coupon's going to expire. So let me show you that really quick. If I go to selling right here, and then we click on coupons and campaigns right here, we can go to add new coupon. And we can say, okay, we're going to give you a coupon for free downloads. You can download all of the photos in your gallery, but only up to a certain date. So what I'm going to do is say individual coupon. I'm just going to call it free digitals for Smith, just so I know what it's for. We can say your free downloads. Currency, we leave that the same. Discount products, we're going to choose discount products. I'm going to choose amount, and let's say that you're selling a full gallery download for $350, then you could put that in here, $350. Amount, $350. And then what you want to do though is you want to make sure that you go down here to this section and make sure that you limit it to only working 4 digital downloads and only working in that Smith gallery. So I'm going to go right here and say that. And then here's where you can make this expire. So you can say one limit. So once they use this coupon to get the entire gallery downloaded for free, it expires. They can't use it again. But we also want to set up an expiration date as well. And you can do that right here. Instead of saying no expiration, you can change this to expire when you want that downloading to expire, and then hit save. So those are the 2 different ways that you could do it. Personally, I would probably go the coupon route. That way, when it expires, they still have the option to come back in and buy downloads if they want. Or what this also does is it prevents them from telling mom, grandma, Aunt Betty, to go to the gallery and just download your photos for free. When you use that coupon, it only gives the people who use the coupon the free downloads, and then once they use it once, they can't use it again. It also makes them agree to the digital license as well, which is a good thing as for your downloads. So whatever digital license you apply to your digital products, using the coupon will make them go through the cart, which will also make them agree to that digital license and give them a copy of the digital license as well. So that is the route that I would take. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. And let me grab another question here. All right, the next question I got says, can I create a gallery from 2 of my favorite selections? Yeah, absolutely. So this is actually a way to use as a workaround. So if you guys have a lot of favorites coming through, your clients are using the favorites feature to kind of proof and select the photos that they want, you can actually use this as a workaround. And I'll show you something. I'll show you that in just a second. But what you want to do is go to favorites here. And let's say you've got 2 favorite selections. So let me see. Let's say that you've got 2 favorite selections here and you kind of want to convert those into a gallery or bring them together in a gallery. What you can do is this. You can go right here to this collection and you can say, okay, let's export this as a gallery. So I'm going to say create gallery, but let me not do it with this because this has a lot of images in it. So let me go back really quick. Let's do it with this one right here. So I'm going to do it with this one right here. And I'm going to say, okay, create a gallery. And I'm just going to call this one Home Phone Gallery. And hit next. And then what I'm going to do is just put this in the client section right there and hit next. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to create a gallery out of that favorite selection. All right, so now it's creating the gallery. And then what we're going to do after this is we're going to basically follow the same process again with another selection and then just move the photos all into one containing gallery. So let me go back to favorites and then let me choose another gallery here. So let's go to this one right here. And what I'm going to do here is just say, okay, let's create gallery out of this. And I'll say that, hit next right here. Gonna put this in the client's gallery as well, or the client's group as well. Leave it same as containing. No watermarks. Hit done. That's gonna create that gallery. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into there and combine it all to one gallery. This is useful for weddings or for any kind of time where you have maybe somebody got confused and they created multiple favorite sets, or maybe you've got a husband and wife that are working together on their wedding gallery. Maybe each of them saved their own favorite set and you want to kind of put them all together in a single convenient place. This is really useful to do that as well. All right, so now in the organizer here, you can see here's that first gallery that I created and here's the second one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the first gallery right here, click on that photo, and then just go up here to Photo Actions, hit Move, and move it right into that other gallery right here. So right there. Actually, that one. So move it in that one there. It's going to move that photo. You can click right here and we can see that that photo's been moved in there, and then we can just delete that other gallery right there. So let me just delete that and hit yes. And that's how you do it. Again, it's really useful if you've got like a husband and a wife, working on separate favorite sets and you want to combine them together. If you have a client who has saved more than 100 photos, you can kind of use that method to be able to export it as a collection, and then you have, I'm sorry, not export it as a collection, but manage the favorite set, separate them into 2 different galleries to where there's only 50 images in each gallery, and then you can export them as galleries and combine them together if they have more than 100 images in their favorite set. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. If you guys are watching, you have any questions, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, definitely please feel free to throw those questions in the chat. If you've got anything that you want me to go over, price list, customization, if you want to talk about, setting up digital products, self-fulfilled, anything like that, definitely please get those questions in the chat. We've only got about 10 more minutes left, so make sure that you get your questions in there so I can get to them before we are out of time today. All right, let me go and grab another question here really quick. This question says, I used the email function for the first time last night. It does not appear that you have an unsubscribe capability for customers. I believe that is a huge problem, and I did not think about this until after the email was sent. Although there's not really a built-in... So first, let me see what they're talking about. They're either talking about a mass gallery invite, or you're talking about sending an email to your contact list. So if you've built a contact list by visitor sign-in and you go up here to that, you can select all these people here and hit send an email, and it's going to send an email to all of these different people here. Now, what you said is absolutely correct. There is not a built-in email feature there, but what you can do is insert a link in there. So you can build an email template basically that's an email link to where if your clients want to unsubscribe, they can hit this link and it will send you an email saying, hey, I want to unsubscribe from your email list. So let me cancel out of this really quick and I'll show you guys how to do that really quick. So what I'm going to do is go to email communications over here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to create a template right here. So we're going to say, okay, let's do... Actually, we're not going to do this with a template. We're just going to do it with an email. So we're just going to go send email right here. And then what you can do is right here, you can say at the bottom of the email communication, you can say click. Did I spell click right? No, I did not. Click here to unsubscribe. Whatever you want to put right there. And then you can actually highlight this. Make this a link, and instead of the protocol or the link type being a URL, you can change this to an email. You can put your email address in here. So you would say, okay, this is a link to send me an email. So I'm going to say blackonyx@zen.com, and then you can say the message subject link, please. I cannot spell today. What's up with that? Please unsubscribe me. And then the message text, basically, I want to be off your mailing list. And then click to open in a new tab option. What this is going to do is it's going to create a link that when your clients click on this, it'll actually open up their email client with an email already filled out with your email address that they can just hit send, and basically it will tell them to unsubscribe it'll tell you that they want to unsubscribe from your email list. You'll already have their email address and all that. You would just need to manually go in and remove them from your email list. And that's how that would work. All right, let me get back to the dashboard here really quick and grab a question here from the chat. So Roxanne says, do you know if there are any plans for any more Canadian Pro Labs? That's a great question, Roxanne. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I know we're always looking to make things better. If you have anybody that you would recommend us looking into, definitely shoot us an email and let us know. You can just shoot that to zenfolio.com/contact, and I'll be sure to pass that along. I can't promise anything, but we can definitely look into it and see if that would be a good fit and see if that's something that we could look into doing. But great question. All right, I think I've got time for maybe one or two more questions, guys. So if you guys got a question in there, please definitely let me know. Let me grab an email question here really quick. All right, this next question says, when my client downloads my images, I upload them in full resolution, but they have no option to download anything but the original. They have no option to download anything but the original. Why can they not download in smaller resolution than the original size? Please help. All right, so what you want to do is, first of all, you're going to want to make sure that you have original downloading turned off. So we're going to go to photos right here. we're going to go to the Smith Gallery. And then we are going to go over here to Gallery Access. Oh, Roxanne, it's right here at the bottom. So if you look right down there below my little cursor thing right there, zenfolio.com/contact is where you can get a hold of us there. And I'll leave that up so you can see it. Anyway, okay, so first of all, what you want to do is if you want to give your clients the ability to download smaller versions of your photos, you want to make sure that first of all that the original downloading is turned off. So you're going to go to downloading right here, and it's set to do not allow downloading, so that's turned off there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go and customize this. We're going to hover over that, hit customize, and then that's going to open this particular gallery up into customize view. And what we want to do first of all is if this gallery has a price list on it, it's going to be opening in the quick shop page. So you'll need to make sure that the quick shop page is enabled to allow that smaller file downloading. So if I go up here to the top left and I say gallery quick shop, this is where you can turn on the option to allow them to download the smaller resolution files. So you just go right here and you go to options, and then right here under quick shop, if you go to icons and you set the downloading icon to show, this is going to give them the option to download those smaller resolution files from the quick shop page. So now after I apply that, this little icon right here shows up, and if you click on this, let me hide this thing right here. If you click on this, here are those smaller resolution files that they can download. If your photos have watermarks on them, the watermarks will be present in these smaller downloads because they're the web resolution versions that our system creates. But you just need to make sure that that downloading icon is set to show in QuickShop. If the gallery does not have a price list on it, then it's going to load to the Photos page. And so if we go to the Photos page right here, there is an overlay that you can turn on that will allow the smaller photos to be downloaded. So you got to go to options right here, and then if you go to photo overlays, you want to set the option to save images. You want that to be set to show, and then make sure that's applied, and then your clients will be able to download those smaller versions on the Photos page. So if I go right here and I hit this little menu, go to download, there are those smaller versions there. So that's how you can allow them to download the smaller web resolution versions. Again, these are going to have watermarks on them if you have watermarks on your photos. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. And jump back in here. I probably got time for one more question, guys. Let me see if I got a question here. All right, the next question says, some of the photos on my front page aren't visible unless I am logged in. Any idea why? So if the photos are not visible unless you're logged in, that means that whatever photos you're showing on your home page have some kind of access control on them. And it's going to depend on what homepage setup you're using. So for instance, if you're using a grid and you're displaying maybe different galleries in there, and the gallery thumbnail is showing, you want to make sure that that gallery, if it's password protected, which is totally fine, you can show that on your homepage. Let me just show you really quick. If we change this over to password protected, there's a little option down here at the bottom that you can check that says don't apply protection to cover thumbnail, and that will let that cover thumbnail show on your homepage grid. Now the other thing that you're going to want to check is, let's say that you just have a particular portfolio gallery like a landscape gallery showing on your homepage, and it's either showing as a slideshow or a grid or something like that. The other thing you want to check is make sure that all of the images have the same gallery access setting, which should be public for your homepage. Sometimes it happens by accident. People will come in here and they'll be clicked on a photo, and they might accidentally change the access for just that particular photo. So I can set just that photo to private and save it, and now all the other photos in this gallery are public, but that one photo right there is private. So if I was viewing my web page logged out, that photo is not going to show up, or it's going to show up as a blank space or content protected by owner, something like that. The best way to remedy this is to go into the gallery, and at the very bottom there's a select all button right there. You can hit that select all, and then you can say, okay, let's change the photo access to all be the same as containing gallery, which in this case is public. And now any photos that had their own independent settings will all be changed to be all the same, and then those photos should show up on your Zenfolio homepage. All right, guys, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Remember, we do this every week, so hopefully I'll see you guys here next week, same time, same place. Until then, I hope you all have a very safe weekend. If you're watching the recorded version of this, definitely make sure to get those questions in so I can keep answering those questions week to week for you guys. Roxanne, Cheryl, Home Phone, everybody, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.